Hello everybody, I am your host Too Elusive and welcome to the Too Many Games recap. I have here behind me some pretty good friends of mine that also went to the con as well. The one wielding the Keyblade with a little too much enthusiasm back there is Andy HG. The other one behind me as well is Sorcerer Chris, and I'm not sure what Erica is doing, but wow, okay, I guess. Well, that spoils the spoiler section on what we've got, and I got two Keyblades that you guys can see there. But anyway, whoa, don't shush me!
Hey, they're doing this, I'm not doing anything.
Oh, shush him then.
Wow.
But anyway, before I really get into the TooManyGames video and show you what I've captured and everything, I have to do a quick, well, I can't even say a quick recap. It's just more so a recap of what...
2 hours later.
That's how long it's gonna be! So much happened!
Well, at least your camera's fully charged for this. I don't even know how much duration
Oh,
it
I was
has.
good.
Oh, it'll last a long time.
Oh, good. I was afraid of that.
I legit didn't charge the entire the camera the entire time I was there, and it stayed active the whole time.
Good camera.
So
Yeah, not bad.
good battery life. You can have a good camera, but if you have a crappy battery, it doesn't mean anything.
I'll have
Fair
to look
enough.
into that.
But nevertheless, the first thing we're going to talk about is basically day 1, and then moving on to day 2 and 3. So guys, about that lovely day 1.
I quit. I'm out of video. Let's go.
Yep, no.
Bye.
Wow.
See ya, buddy.
Wow, you're just going to abandon me like that?
Kind of like how TMG abandoned us.
Ooh.
That honestly was how Friday went. It was really lackluster.
Yes, I'm going to come out and say it. TMG, you need to hold this L because day 1 was awful.
Where do you? Yeah, I was gonna say, where do you start?
Well, why don't we start from the top with the scheduling?
What scheduling?
I think
Pamphlet.
pamphlet. Where's the pamphlet?
It's right there.
The pamphlet.
See, if you didn't move my stuff around, I would have been able to get the pamphlet easily.
Oh, no. You know what's the best thing to start with? The badge.
The
This is
badge.
the first
Oh,
thing
you know
you
what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me get the badge first.
Go for it.
To anyone, what? TMG has a theme every year.
Mm-hmm.
You'd think with this one, Super Mario Odyssey.
Yep.
Could,
Well, not only that, but also the title font of TMG was supposed to be Star Fox-esque as well. And the mini boss badges were supposed to be a face of Andross. So you think that we would get like Star Fox themed stuff. Because the thing with TMG, for those who don't know, is every time they use a theme, everything follows that theme. Last year they went with Sonic, and all the badges and everything was Sonic related.
Yeah.
This year they went with more of a generic looking badge, and honestly this was like the first thing that let me down, because I always did look forward to seeing what kind of like art they're gonna put on the badges themselves.
at least they put the hours on the back.
Yes, I can appreciate that, but can I get something on the front here?
Not gonna lie, like, just getting the badges in general made me feel uneasy, because back then they used to have, like, you know, get your ID card and everything, and like, or like option to have the 18 plus strap.
Don't even get me started on the 18 plus.
Oh yeah.
That incident.
Oh, but why don't you tell everybody about how the vendors had it the worst when it came to these badges?
So you'd think vendors would have a different color at least.
Mm-hmm.
We have friends that ran a table.
Mm-hmm.
3 of them are running a table. 2 of them had black, which was the generic vendor. The last one had a red one.
Yeah.
And staff confused them for a regular, like, 3-day attendee.
And all because they ran out of black badges.
We don't even know if they ran out. Who knows?
It's a safe assumption to make,
Yeah.
since they had to start handing out red badges to other merchants.
But it's like you figured they would have... They still said vendor on it, though. You
Just-
figured they would have more black!
The funniest thing was, like, despite them having like the word of identification, it would be hard to tell which one would be which. Like,
Yeah,
if somebody were to misplace it, somebody could have accidentally picked up a vendor one, and they could use that to cheat out. That's why I felt that the safety of those badges just made me feel uneasy, because it was just, they give you the badge after, you know, hand in your ticket, whether it be like just buying it up front or buying it online, and just, it's like, okay, here you go, enjoy con. I felt like, shouldn't there be more behind that, at least?
I'm at least grateful though that they opened it up earlier where you could pick up your badge.
I appreciate that as well.
I'll give it
Yes.
that.
Because I'm so used to so many years where there's lines out the door and you're standing there for at least an hour, whether you pre-regged or were buying that day.
Yeah.
You, Andy, what do you think about it?
I guess if you think that was confusing, try the guest badge and the volunteer badge.
Oh yeah, how'd staff go?
Now that I don't know about. What's going on with that?
Because those were exactly the same color too.
Oh, seriously?
You're right. I remember seeing the color of your badge. You were you had the Defender version.
Yeah,
But that was black as well.
For those that didn't know, Andy HG here was a defender. He does it daily at Too Many Games.
AKA he was staff.
Yeah, yearly.
That's basically what it means.
A little staffish, but yes.
But aside from the badges, another upset that I had, and this was something I discovered right out the gate because the market wasn't open yet when I went in. So I said, all right, let's go check out those arcades. There were a buttload of them last year, and I can't wait to play them all this year. Only to find out that the arcades were gutted. Like, it was at least maybe a little less than half of what they had compared to last year.
I could actually
you call
see
it
the
half?
floor.
You call it half.
I said a little less than half. I was trying to be nice.
Well, okay.
I mean, I don't want to go out. I'm not trying to say that, it's like a dirt cheap arcade or anything. There was still some.
Yeah, compared to like even 2 years ago.
I mean,
It was bad.
They still did have their fighting games from last year, but
They downsized on it.
I was gonna say not even all of them.
I will admit though, like I like rhythm games myself, not just DDR or anything, but like
There was less rhythm games in there too.
I didn't like that at all. They could have added, like, there was like an open space, like right next to the wall. They would usually have an entire row of different types of games.
Yep.
This time there was only like, what, 5 and one was not working? What was it, a Super Monkey Ball? It wasn't working at the time.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't working.
It was like out of order on the first day, and then on the second day, then they started fixing it.
The first thing that I noticed when I walked in was that the Gundam machines were cut in half. There was at least 8 of them, and last year they had a large projector that showed one of the screens where, if you're sitting there wrecking people in the middle of a Gundam arcade, everybody gets to see you, like, flex on everybody. And that's how it was last year. Those are really good times, by the way.
Last year will always
Show off.
top this year.
Hey, when you scare Gundam when you scare other people off of the machines because no one couldn't stand up to you, like, that's something to brag about.
Nobody else came back after you were
Yeah,
done
you
with
kept
them. Oh my god.
I mean,
So me and NBC too.
yeah. Seriously, guys, like, learn how to play the game and get good so I can have more challenges. Thank you very much.
Give this guy a rival for Pete's sake. He's lonely.
Funny thing is, I actually did get a good competitor, like, around the end of the con, too.
Yeah, it took it to the end of the con.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
that's beside the point. The point that we're trying to make here is that the arcade was ass.
Yeah.
And they need to step their game up. No pun intended.
Not gonna lie, sorry to cut you off. Like, not gonna lie, another thing. Even though it was nice to have Philadelphia Fusion from the Overwatch League there, but the fact that they took up the biggest chunk out of the arcade.
Like at least probably a quarter.
Yeah, they could have had so much room for everything else, and they usually end up moving where they would have the Smash tournaments all the way to the left.
Yep.
And even there, they could have added more games.
Wow,
around there.
Smash had less.
Yeah, actually,
than that.
Smash,
It says a lot.
yeah, actually, Smash had a lesser spot. Like, the spot where the Overwatch team was sitting is where the Smash tournament is usually held.
Like, if I could draw it out, like literally how I imagined it. On the left, you have the Smash tournament, like with the tape, with the seats and stuff, and the game plays. It was only a square.
Yes.
For the Overwatch League of Philadelphia Fusion, not only did they have the big screen where the tournaments are held, but they had an entire rectangle dedicated to the rest of the computers for free play. And even then, there wasn't even a line behind it.
No, there wasn't a line behind there either. No.
They had
No.
so many seats.
Yep. So many.
And I think I saw
unnecessary
Smash
seats.
had maybe like 2 or 3 rows at most.
It had at least 4 or 5 rows when I was there. Because I was
I'm
like,
so used to at least having closer to like 8.
nope, not this time.
Yeah, it was funny in the fact that we even use a little bit more room, like in the further back, past the VIP room area where they ended up moving the food court from one area to the rest. And I was thinking, the fact that we had more room, but we had less stuff at this con compared to when we didn't have enough room, but we had so many options.
Yep.
I felt like they could have done better with that.
Oh,
I
of course.
remember when Too Many Games was just the arcade room.
I remember this.
Yeah, I remember that too. Speaking of too many games, there certainly weren't too many merchants on Friday either. If any of you recall that. Like, I know that a lot of the, I remember last year, they had so many merchants on opening day. I'm not sure what caused a lot of the merchants to not show up till Saturday because they were
think it's
there on
traveling
Sunday as
issues.
well. It probably was traveling issues, but let's also not forget that the con didn't open until way later too than it originally was supposed to be open. I learned that it was supposed to open around 11 actually.
Yeah, they had a tournament. Marketplace didn't open until 2.
Yeah.
But that's the same every year.
Okay, so it opened around the same time then, didn't it? Wait, no. But we didn't get in the building until 2 though.
That's
The
right.
arcade should have been open.
No, the
Really?
building legit was. I remember now. The building legit was not open to the public until 2.
Yeah, no, they're here.
And even if you check the pamphlet, it says it right there on
Sure.
Friday.
Show.
2 p.m. to 10 p.m.
But if you check the
Marketplace.
schedule online,
It
I don't
said
know if
11.
It might have been different.
Yeah, there was at least something going on at 11.
That's because I learned that something happened during that time frame, and they had to push back the opening timer.
What
So-
happened?
That I don't know. All I know is by the time you got in, the con was pretty much over, and that's after the BS. Speaking of BS,
Oh, you
Which one?
guys better get ready for this. This is gonna get spicy.
why don't we talk about the panels?
50-minute panel is at least 15 to 20 minutes dedicated to fixing technical issues for every panel. Didn't even matter which one.
Yeah,
I don't like Minecraft.
I'll get into that in a moment.
All right.
We'll get into that in a moment.
Okay.
But here's the problem with the panels, and I can tie this subject up with another subject as well. It was technical issues and a really crappy scheduling. A lot of the panels, I shouldn't say a lot of them, but some of them were really freaking cool. And honestly, this was something that happened throughout the entirety of TooManyGames, not just Friday. The scheduling for these panels were abysmal, because there were a lot of really cool panels I wanted to check out, but they all either overlapped or conflict with each other to the point where you had to pick one.
I'm guessing that this is your pamphlet, right?
Yes.
You can
Yeah.
tell because you can't spell maybe right.
I was just writing it down. I
Yeah,
knew what it meant.
We're looking over the panels that you checked and signed maybe. Yeah, half of them are overlapping each
Yes. And the worst part about it is, what was I about to bring up about the timing? Oh yeah, the worst part about it is if you were to go to these panels, you were also taking a gamble that day because a majority of them were experiencing technical issues. So where you could have experienced a panel in one end, you ended up blowing it because the panel didn't happen due to technical problems.
Yeah, and the panel you gave up could have actually been the one rare one that
Yep.
had very little technical issue.
Yep.
But you
Yep.
know its technical issue is bad when an audience member had to help out.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So for Team 4 Stars panel, by the way, that was such an amazing panel. It was really fun and entertaining. Probably one of the highlights.
Preview came out actually online.
Oh, good. It was definitely one of the highlights of that day. I'll list off other highlights as well because it's not all bad. We're just trying to get it all out of the way, basically. But that panel took about like half of that panel time was taken up by technical problems, and they had to pull an audience member to be able to help them and
Like they had to use his computer and everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He was letting them borrow his computer. Right.
Just to show the preview of the next episode.
It wasn't even staff computer. It was an audience member's computer the whole time.
MVP.
But I wish I could say the same for Linkara, but
That I didn't witness.
see, here's the thing with Linkara. His interaction was both a high and a low point for me. High because when I spoke with him like out in his booth, that was actually really fun. Like he and I got into a really good conversation with each other, and Andy here could attest as well. Linkara himself is actually a really cool person. But when it came to his panel, his technical issue was so bad that he couldn't do what he originally wanted to do in his panel. And that was because TMG couldn't supply him with a laptop that had the tools he needed to do his performance, which was a live episode of Atop the Fourth Wall. What ended up happening is that it turned into a Q&A session. It was a good Q&A session, a very entertaining Q&A session, but it wasn't what was originally planned, and that was on TMG's part.
Ouch.
Yeah.
You think that's bad? try having a completely unnecessary podcast panel. And no PA system is set up.
Wait, what?
You heard that right.
This was on the same day?
Yep.
Well, dang. Now I'm a little floored.
Much respect to you, Linkara. Sorry that happened to you.
Yeah, man, Lankara, you were amazing. You did a very fantastic job holding your own despite all the downfalls, and know that none of that was definitely your fault. That was all TMG's L that they have to hold there. But what was another? I'm pretty sure there was another misplay that I am missing here.
One big thing I was very disappointed in, not many repro card sellers at the con this year. Which is a big thing I like to collect, and I really didn't find anything interesting in terms of that.
Gotcha.
I didn't even bother looking that deep into the vendors at the time. It was one item, but that's a different story I won't mention.
That reminds me, Andy, about those Minecraft guests.
I forget his name. I think Jerome.
Yes.
I just felt so bad for him because there's like a giant autograph area this year,
Here's all the guests.
and I seen like there's like at least 2 Minecraft people with their own autographing tables, and I've only seen like one person come to them the entire weekend. But for like Kenny James, Charles Martinet, and even Vinesauce, and all the other guests like Team 4-Star, Linkara, and even Cinemassacre, I saw plenty of people come to theirs, and Pat the NES Punk, of course. I saw people come to their things often, but I've only seen like one person come to Jerome's signing, which I feel so bad because he had his table, the table, his merchandise set up and everything, and barely anybody came.
And see, that's another L that I gotta bring up.
Thanks.
When you go to when your demographic is going to TMG, they're going there to get rare stuff. They're going there to get old stuff. They're going there to get like other artifacts that you can't find anywhere else.
Pretty much.
They're not going there to find things related to Minecraft.
I have no problem against Minecraft or Minecraft tubers.
Oh yeah, none of us do.
I feel like it was a big miscalculation.
Yes, and that's basically the point that I'm trying to make here. Like, none of us have any issues with Minecraft or nothing. It's just that it was the wrong demographic.
Spent too much money.
Too much priority leaning on towards Minecraft.
Too much money on Mario.
Yeah, by the way, if you were to go ahead and get your autograph and photos with said Mario voice actor, nobody was aware that
Not
he
even
was...
the staff.
No one was... Yeah, not even the staff
Like, we actually asked Andy about this. Like, he didn't even find out until then.
That, like, he was going to charge $40. $40 for an autograph?
At least they could have warned us in the
Or picture.
program.
$40 for a photo, and $70 if you wanted both.
And if I wanted to pay money to get an autograph, I would have just gone to Comic-Con instead.
Meanwhile, you have my homeboy Bowser, who only charged $10 for his autograph. In fact, I can show that off right now. Just 1 second here.
Kenny James, that's it.
Yeah. Kenny James.
Yeah.
That's a very, very cool picture of him. He autographed it, and I only had to pay $10. And I also got a photo with him as well, which I'll put up here also. Plus, he also, like, spoke with me for a good while, and he was a really chill person to speak with. I love talking to the dude. And that was also another highlight that I had to bring out. Like, the experience with him was really good. But are there any other points that I'm missing as well?
Yeah, Kenny was a really chill person, I will say. Charles was... I really enjoyed Charles as well. Like the people, like when he interacted with all the fans that came to see him. Like it was just really cool of him to just, chill and talk with them. even though like he only did Mario since like Mario Fundamentals, like I think the game is called like Mario 64 wasn't the first game he did, but to hear people, you know, myself included, because I got an autograph from him for free for helping him out. It was just cool just to see him chat with everybody, and even Kenny. Just I would definitely like them to come back.
It's really nice to have like
talking with them.
Yeah, it is nice to have like.
Charles Marnet's handler, I forgot her name, but she was also pretty cool.
You know who else was also really cool? Johnny from Crush 40. I went to his concert, and even though it was just him this time compared to last year where his entire band was there, the dude was filled with a lot of energy. It was great seeing him perform live, and he even pulled people from the audience on stage to perform with him as like a mock band, and I felt that that was actually really cool. So I know that those people who got up there on stage and was able to perform with him, that was probably the time of their life. Like, they get to sing Live and Learn next to their favorite band artist. Yeah, like major achievement unlocked. So yeah, it was really cool seeing him up there, and that was also another good highlight that I had when I went. But I think that's the only thing that's left for day one. Wait, did I forget something?
Recall that minor story at the very end of the day
Which one?
with our little guest. Or should we save that for Saturday?
I honestly feel like
More of a
that's
Saturday
that's
thing.
more.
Okay.
That's definitely more of a Saturday
It'll
thing.
be more after our commercial break.
But yeah, we're gonna take a quick break and like drink water and all that because we did talk for a good while, haven't we? Yeah, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about day 2 along with day 3, and we'll see where it goes from there, everybody.
Uh-huh.